Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you might be in this beautiful world. Thank God it's Friday and I'm home. So, are you guys enjoying the Ripple run up? I hope so. So, here is a chart of Ripple. Let's do an update. See what's going on. We had counted 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. For all the new readers and followers of my blog, welcome. My name is Hejin Lee. I am a technical analyst and I provide a service, free, 100% free, of any coins you would like analyzed so as to perhaps augment your due diligence. And here, it was one of them. And the update I'm going to provide can perhaps show you what the next probable price pathway might be. For all the new readers and followers, the techniques I use are really three primary techniques. One is called the Elliott wave counting. The other is called chart pattern recognition. And the third, really the only indicator that I use, is the moving average converging divergence. MACD, often referred to as MACD. I don't like MACD. It reminds me too much of McDonald's, and I hate McDonald's. The food that you eat from McDonald's is not very good for you. The high processed type of foods are really the worst kind. I mean, they say no MSGs allowed, but they give monosodium glutamate very different chemical names, but still same chemical structure, and they just pile it in there because it goes immediately to your tongue palate, and that gives pleasure sensory feedback to your brain, but not good for you. Anyways, I don't like MACD. I call it MACD by its full acronym. Having said that, let me give you a quick intro. With every video, I try to do a very quick intro of the basics of Elliott wave counting. So, there are 5 waves in this. And these are all interrelated through what's known as Fibonacci ratio. You've probably heard of the golden ratio, 0.618. This golden ratio can be found throughout biology, physics, the galaxy. The vortex of the galaxy can be measured according to Fibonacci ratio. The helix of our DNA. The orientation of proteins from a three-dimensional structure can be Fibonacci studied. And stock, or in this case crypto, price pattern is no different. I believe that price is a reflection of sentiment. And I have an essay in my past blog here where I wrote as to what, in my perspective and my experience, as to what is technical analysis. I'll put a link of this at the end of this post. I strongly recommend you take a look at it. You might be thinking, what the hell is Einstein's equation of E equals to mc squared doing on that essay? You'll find out. For all the new followers and readers, there are 2 books that I used many years ago to start and learn how to do technical analysis. One is a book by Frost and Prechter, Robert Prechter, who runs the Elliott Wave International website. I don't recommend that you subscribe to his newsletters because he has been so very wrong, but I strongly recommend you just learn how to do your own count using the principles and the basics and practice on your own. The other one is this gem of a book, Technical Analysis of Stock Trends. I have the 7th edition from 1997 when I bought it. Strongly recommend this as well. Both of them at the same time. Now, if you can invest a little bit into these, it can potentially help you gain massive profits. I'll put a link to this as well at the end of this blog. So anyways, going back to this, we have 5 waves. I explained how they're all interrelated by Fibonacci's. Wave 1 and 2, 3, 4, 5. There's a relationship of rules between 1 and 2. Wave 1 must be made up of 5 subwaves. If you look at this, you see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wave 1. Wave 2, the bottom of wave 2 cannot be equal to or exceed the lowest point of wave 1. Check. Not even close. Wave 3 cannot be the shortest, but wave 3 also must have 5 subwaves. You can see here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can tell wave 3 is not the shortest because 1 is shorter than 3, 2 is definitely so shorter than 3, so check on that. Wave 4, similar to wave 2, is a 3-wave retrace. So here's wave 2 was a complicated correction, so the wave 4 will be a lot simpler and quicker. So between 2 and 4 is an alternation. If 2 is complex, 4 will usually 63% of the time be complex, simple. If 2 was very simple, 4 63% of the time will be complex. Now, the other rule of wave 4 is the bottom of 4 cannot overlap with the peak of 1. No problem. Check. Here's wave 5. Wave 5 also must have 5 subwaves. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Check. And in this case, wave 5 is the longest. Here is another extended wave 5, which is very common in cryptos on a daily scale. On sub-dailies, I don't find it as common. In fact, in the sub-dailies, I find it uncommon, which is very interesting to any elitician, I believe. So the other rule is after 5 waves, there is a retracement in the form of 3 waves. Just like here, there was a retrace. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 had to have a retrace. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you had to have a retrace. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you had to have a retrace. But these 5 waves combined together makes a big degree of retrace in the form of A, B, C. That's what I had labeled before. Then I said we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. After an ABC, when you spot an ABC correction and you see A's here, B's here, let's say you didn't see the C, you only saw it here. You know that C has to be lower than A in this case. This is the best time to start ladder entry your buys. So I would find resistance support points and start entering my buy orders if none of this price happened yet. I consistently say the best time to enter is at an ABC, at the lower end of the C. Why? Because after an ABC, there will be a trend reversal. The first sign of that trend reversal from down back to up will be an impulse wave. So I have one here, and this is an expanded flat, ABC. No, I'm sorry, it's not an expanded flat. It's a WXY correction to give it It's another 3-wave correction. And then I can explain this in more detail, but this video is getting already too long. It'll take too long to upload, but I'll get back to it in another session. We have 1, 2, and then I was looking at 3, and I subdivided 3 into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So here's the key. I drew this pattern, this triangle. I also drew a bit of a rounding bottom. Now this is where I'm using pattern with elite waves. I drew this symmetrical triangle, and I knew it'll burst out the closer it gets to the apex right here, and sure enough it did. So if this is 1 of 3, 2 of 3, we should see 3 of 3 going. Peak of this triangle should be, the start of this triangle should be exceeded. And that's sitting at 0.308. So I'd love to see that happen. Price can go like this. Can go up, can go down, up, however it wants. Okay? Doesn't have to follow that. Now, the key here is once you know your analysis and have confidence in your analysis and have the experience in getting that gut feeling, which is a big part of trading, you don't panic. You don't go from euphoria to panic, euphoria to panic, euphoria to panic. You don't allow your emotions to go like that, like a pinball. That's not a good situation to be in, mentally and emotionally. So you stay the course. And in this case, I see this going more as, so 1, 2, let's subcount it. I want to say maybe 1, there's going to be a correction coming. 2, 3, 4, 5. I see that as a possibility. Now I also have what's called forward discernment. Based on the pattern, based on the counts, what kind of pattern could I discern? I know if this is a bit of a rounding bottom, so let's say price goes to here. Okay, there is a possibility that we could get a handle. So we can get a cup and a handle. And maybe price will come back to where it is, from up here down to here. And I notice a lot of the newbies panicking, getting agitated, getting scared. They feel the pain. But again, if you have the forward discernment and you're able to look at this, you don't panic. You add. You buy the dips, in this case. And then price might resume up from here. So I think it is very important for you to take perspective of the combination that I'm using of elite waves, chart patterns, and forward-looking discernment to see where the prices might go. So, as I've always been saying now, at the end of each video, I hope I have earned your upvote. Consideration for your upvote, your follow, and your re-steams. Big monumental thank yous to all of you who had been doing that already. I will continue to do my utmost to put out more and better videos of analysis of cryptos. If you have a crypto you would like analyzed, please let me know in the comments section and I will respond to it as soon as possible. For some of the more frequent requesters, you're more than welcome to continue to do so. The only caveat I will give is I will give a little more time ahead preference to analyze the newcomers' requests, but I will still get to yours. So just hang tight. Thank you.